I'm Daniel Kessmann, and this is my testimony. I grew up in a Catholic family. I attended church and religion until I was confirmed, and then I stopped going. I never took the time or showed any interest in learning about God. From an early age, I can remember being wild and out of control. I was rebellious. I didn't like to be told what to do, and I didn't like to be told no. I would do whatever I want, whenever I wanted to, and I would say whatever I wanted to as well. As I grew older, I became much louder, had a temper, and was impatient. When I got mad, I would yell and throw things, and I would say hurtful and mean things to the people that I loved most. In my early 20s, I would go out with the intentions of getting drunk and making poor choices. I was never really concerned for the consequences of my actions. I ruined a lot of friendships and relationships because of it. During this time, I was also big into fitness, and there was about a 5-year period of time where I used steroids. The effects of them weren't as bad when I was using them, but they were really bad whenever I stopped. I went through a several-year period of depression. I would try to mask my feelings and hide them by working as much as possible, but at night I would end up coming home and being lonely, alone with my thoughts, to the point where it caused me to not be able to sleep, and at times I didn't even enjoy living. When COVID happened, I was already isolating myself, so it wasn't a big change for my lifestyle. I did have more time, so I started to listen to more podcasts. One of them made a lot of references to the Bible, God's way of managing money, and the importance of church and community. Pastor Craig Rochelle from Life Church was mentioned on one of the episodes, so I started listening to his podcast since churches were closed. I was hooked almost instantly and couldn't stop listening. And the more I listened, the more that I was curious on what a relationship with God would look like. At 39, I walked into this church for the first time, but not necessarily as a follower of Christ, but as somebody with no expectations, some curiosity, and an open heart. I was skeptical at first, but I really enjoyed the service. I heard it in a way that I've never heard before, a way that I needed to hear it, a way that I could understand it. A few weeks after attending, I remember talking to my son and my loved ones about all the things that I've learned, even though that I didn't really know what I was talking about. I can remember coming home one Sunday after service. I was studying for my D group that I had on Thursday, and I remember just losing it and bawling, thinking about how Christ gave his life for my sins, for my sins. It was so powerful. This was when I repented for my sins. I knew at this moment that I didn't want to be the same person. I wanted to be new. I wanted to be a better father, a better son, and a better brother. Each day, I try to live my life focused around Christ, allowing me to let my guard down, be vulnerable, show humility, and build actual, genuine, meaningful relationships. I found so much peace and added so much meaning and value in my life. It gives me so much joy to have my family here to share this special moment with.